AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. You see the thumbnail. It's straight bochinche mode right now. Favorite perspective. Favorite perspective. Making the connection. Like that, Flea?
Love that.
Favorite perspective. Making the connection.
Big dot connected energy.
Are we live?
Big Flea, never the little one. I'm here midday. I'm here.
Danny Berry's with us. You crazy?
DB.
That means it's gonna be crazy right now.
DB.
Is Danny Berry's in the bochinche video?
Yeah.
AllBall shall be joining us soon. He's busy arguing about Steph Curry top 10.
Shortly.
Real quick, is Steph Curry top 10?
For me, no. He may be right outside. Actually, he may be in my top 10. He might be.
And you know how I do. Out of nowhere, from the sky, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, y'all. It's AllBall. What we talking about?
Oh, man, listen. My brothers, always good to see y'all. Y'all know that.
What up?
Oh, man, quiet. What's good? Just, getting cursed out as usual. You know how I give it up.
Regular.
Yeah, me always wrong.
Never wrong. He ain't top 10. Before we get into this, AllBall, Flea and myself already talked about it. We're gonna play the video. It's a lengthy video. Whatever parts we want to skip over, we'll skip over it. But any part you want to stop, let us know. I will be putting this up because you ain't flagging me, YouTube. You ain't flagging me every time. We got you. We ain't playing with you, YouTube. So don't be nervous when you see this picture, AllBall. By the way, I told you, I think you're a brujo on the low. AllBall's a brujo on the low because how did you get that picture? I got the same exact picture on the thumbnail. That's crazy.
I'm old school. I screen record and then I screenshot it. I'm old school, man.
Well, we got the same exact screenshot, identical.
Great minds think alike. You know the drill. Let me put my glasses on, my imaginary shades. Let's go.
Fix your glasses. Go on and fix your glasses.
Let's go.
Let's get focused. Shout out to all, I guess 9 of y'all on AllBall TV. You ain't ready for the bochinche mode. 4:30 is too early for you guys, huh? Doesn't matter. We in the mix. Let's get into it. Stephen A. Smith and these guys, these morons, just disgusting what you guys did today. You guys got shellacked. Let's get into it. What's my girl's name? Kennedy? Flea?
Kennedy Carter.
I don't know the names either. Stephen name. I'm gonna show you how to do this. Caitlin Clark apparently getting hated on by the WNBA. Apparently not. She got bumped, and then first takes started arguing about it. Let's get into it, man. There first, Flea, and get into that.
I mean, we can start there if we want to.
What does Caitlin Clark bring to the table besides 3-point shooting? We want to break it all down, AllBall. We spoke about it beforehand, right before you joined us. We want to break it all down.
Let's go.
Because they didn't. Let's start there, Flea. What does Caitlin Clark bring to the table besides 3-point shooting? He.
That sounded like I haven't heard any real true hate on this young lady, right? Until that statement right there. That is clear hate. That is clear, like, not recognizing what else she is as a basketball player. So if you haven't been watching, if you haven't been paying attention, right, especially those last 2 seasons at Iowa, she's more than just a girl that can shoot the basketball. Her handle is very underrated. She's a girl that can pass the basketball very well as well. So there's other aspects to her game that are just not as polarizing as the fact that she can shoot it from the parking lot. So I just think, you know what I'm saying, she's receiving what any rookie joining a professional league is going to go through. You're going to go through a unofficial initiation where they see if you really like that or if you're not. Or you're going to fold or you're not. You know, we had plenty of stories about what is your welcome to the NBA moment. And you hear enough guys talk about certain guys who we all love and respect, put them through some things just to see if they was ready for the show. And, you know, see if I could be in the trenches with you. Because at the end of the day, it's competition. Now I'm gonna leave it there because there's so much more to talk about, you know, but that was the question. The question was, what else does she bring besides 3-point shooting? If that's a real question, then you really not watching her. You know what I'm saying? You really ain't invested watching her. You just want to be like everybody else and not watch her. So that's how I feel about that.
Oh, ball. Dame.
I love my brother Flea more than he know. What does she do other than shoot the three? I mean, she's an okay ball handler. I've seen her make some good passes. I'm not impressed. But I blame the media. I don't blame nobody else. I blame all of us, and I blame all the higher ups that is trying to make this young lady into something she isn't. She's not the greatest women basketball player we've ever seen. It's not even close. We might can name 10, 20. Of course, this is her first year, but you know, this is basketball. This is grown people sports. College is very different from the professionals. These women are grown, they taller, they bigger, they stronger, they faster, they have more attitude. And this happens in any sport when you're a rookie. And I think they over-exaggerating that flagrant foul. It was clearly, it wasn't a basketball play. I agree, you shouldn't have did it, but I've seen way worse in sports. And she flopped a little bit. The hit wasn't as egregious as they making it out to be. So for me, I could understand why, you know, the young lady said what she said, because it's like, yo, man, you know, even though these young ladies bringing all this attention, y'all not going to just forget about us. We've been here holding it down. So, you know, I mean, it sounds like hate, and it probably is hate. But to be honest, Flea, I feel the same way. When I watch, I ain't been impressed yet. And let's not forget, she didn't win a title in college.
Right. She didn't win anything.
You know?
She put that school on the map. You know the feel that I get from her, right? And everybody is like, you know, they don't see the hate that everybody keeps talking about, right? But the feeling I get about that young lady is the same feeling I get about Chris Paul. Follow me for a second. The way Chris Paul's peers feel about him, it's very like in the middle. Either they really like him or they don't deal with him, right? You remember Patrick Beverly shoved Chris Paul in the back a couple years ago, right? They walking, game is over, they're getting punched, and he walks and he shoves him in the back, right? In that video, you can't see anything. I don't know Patrick Beverly, but he is not a lunatic to where nothing was said to him in passing where he didn't lose it, right? We've seen Chris Paul do some really underhanded little dirty things. So what I'm saying is that I parallel her to him. Like, the players know that she's doing little stuff and earning all the smoke that she's getting from them. The players know. But the media and the people off the court and things like that, we may not be privy to it. And so everybody's looking at her like, yo, like, y'all leave a great white hope alone. But other people on the court is like, hold on. She's earning everything that she's getting.
Hey, just real quick. And she's an instigator, which I love. Listen, for me, sports, I love instigating as long as it's respectful. She talks her mess. She does her little cheap shots. Yeah. She goes back and forth. But that's what sports is. That's what sports is. So for me, there's going to be cheap shots. You know, that's sports. So I definitely agree with you, Flea. I love it, though. I love it.
It's absolute hate. It's absolutely hate. And like you said, Flea, it is down the middle. Either you love her or you hate her. And it ain't really that you love her or you hate her. You love or you hate the fact that she's a superstar. Caitlin Clark is polarizing. Is it the white and black thing in this country? Hell yes, it's a part of it. We've seen it with Bird and Magic. It was here. And it was ferocious. must have been way more ferocious back then. Because if you walk through New York City, no, it wasn't it wasn't like down south. But you could not go to certain neighborhoods if you did not have the complexion for protection. That's just what it was, and vice versa. You couldn't go to each other's neighborhoods in New York City. So we grew up like that. Now, we haven't gotten past that yet. A part of that is definitely racial. A part of it is she's a super duper star because she's a Midwest girl or whatever it is. But without her being a star, this incident doesn't blow up like that. And I never know who the hell Kennedy Carter is. I'm glad I know who Kennedy Carter is. She might be like my new favorite player in any sport. Just starting shit like, I love this. You crazy? And let's not forget, this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. My girl, she's my GOAT. Candace Parker, she's been involved with some things too. Look, they closed on her back in the day. Bang.
That's her rookie year.
Rookie season.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what the difference is, though? Big difference here, guys. Candace Parker went back and tackled her ass. Yeah, she gets mauled, okay, fucking around, flinging around. What? Oh, bang.
But hold on. You see who's right in that smoke? Did y'all see number 9 in the purple? Who's number 9 in purple?
Oh, Lisa.
Right there. When she hit the floor, you see, who's the first one running? Right there.
And who's the coach?
Of course. That gets no better. It don't get no better than that. It don't get no better than that.
My man,
the leader of it all.
Bill Charles Bronson Lambert.
Charles Bronson.
The original one of the Expendables.
Yeah.
Come on, man. So I agree with you guys. I haven't seen enough, but we've seen this before. I mentioned Felipe Lopez yesterday. Sometimes people I'm pretty sure Felipe Lopez was targeted in St. John's. And even when you guys driving by Sacramento, maybe, but you get targeted when you have Minnesota, I'm sorry. When you have that limelight on you, they're gonna come after you. And you see here, it's nothing new in the WNBA, but I like what she said too, Kennedy Carter. They're saying we don't like you. I don't care. Like we gotta stop denying that. You're lying if you're saying we don't that we like you and this is all no. And to your great point, this dash. Angel Reese got clothesline last week. Where was this energy? Correct. Angel Reese was jumped up and was. Yeah, but Angel Reese was she's on the sideline of that play, jumped up off the bench when Kennedy Carter did that move. By the way, that was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll continue on.
Well, hold on, just real quick. I didn't know she got clothesline, and it damn sure didn't lead any other networks like this.
No, because in the press conference, she goes, "Yeah, we big girls. Like I know. I forgot the young lady's name who smacked her up. She's like, I knew her from back in the day in high school. It's nothing. We're all grown."
Yeah.
Alicia Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia Thomas. She said Angel Reese was from B-More. So yeah, a lot of things happened, and she was with it. There's a lot of crying going on from that camp too, from Caitlin Clark's side. That's the other thing. But that's a part of it. We're seeing with Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. There, people was crying up in the general manager's box, send tapes to the league office because you want your star to make the money for you. You want her to be healthy, and you want her to get people to take it easy on her so she could put on the show to sell them tickets. As we continue on,
Flea, this is what I have a problem with. We know Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. doesn't watch WNBA, so it's just like. So when he says that, it's just like, how can I take you serious? Am I bugging?
I listen. My stance with that is this, man. Everybody could be funny, and I see a lot of this stuff on social media, and for years, really, the joke is, "Oh, who is that? I didn't know who that was," and it's always the joke of, "I don't watch." Right? Listen, man, it's a choice. The WNBA been around for a long time, and I'm a little different. I'm the kid that when the inaugural season happened in '97, I wanted the basketball for Christmas. It was a smaller ball, but guess what? I wanted it, and I got it for Christmas. Like, I've been watching the WNBA since the inaugural season and have been a fan of it. So I stand on this a little differently. It's been there. It's a choice whether you want to digest what they're giving you. You know what I'm saying? If they start elevating what they're doing now and it reaches the masses, then great. But this notion that you know what I'm saying, and respectfully to you, Fabian, we're not attacking you right now, but it's just
no. We need this.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, okay, I wouldn't know who Kennedy Carter is. That's on you. Kennedy Carter was a top 5 pick in the draft that she came out of, right? Like, she's a good basketball player, but nobody don't know her because nobody invest in the women's game, right? We watch the women's game from the college level, right? But then when they get to the pro level, it's like, I don't want to watch it. I'm in Houston. The Comets, before they got disbanded, they was 4-time champions, 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Only professional sports team in United States to ever do that, 4 in a row, right? They don't talk about that. Maya Moore got drafted by the Lynx. She won 4, not in a row, but she got 4.
Yes.
Right? Like so my point is that there's been other players. There's been other polarizing type players. It's just been the choice of the media not to cover them. This girl, I feel you, OG. What is she doing outstanding that's making us say, oh, is she dunking the basketball? Is she averaging 35? Is she strapping everybody? Is she knocking on people's doors like, yo, I want smoke? You next? Like, she's not doing nothing out of the ordinary that we haven't seen from other great players in this league. They made a choice now to say, hey, we're gonna start investing in the WNBA. They made a choice. This is a choice. Because my thing is, don't put this on her. Because she ain't that nice. She's good, but don't put this on her like she's one of the best we've ever seen. So I agree with you, OG. Like, they're making a choice to do this. She ain't doing. Lisa Leslie came in the league dunking. Brittany Griner was as tall as Kevin Durant. Like, we've seen some stuff come in this league. They're making a conscious choice to cover this, OG.
It goes back.
No, go ahead.
It goes back to Rebecca Lobo, show swoops in them. So it's just like, yo, dude, and that's why I said my first statement. Damn, that sounded like I was in the interrogation room. When I first said it's us to blame, not saying us per se, but just the whole media world, because once again, y'all are using her as a cash cow, but y'all also putting a target on her back. Just like when they were saying she broke Pistol Pete's record, and then you had a lot of sports people going, no, she did not. And then they have another young lady, black lady, she's older, and she was saying she didn't even break my record. I forgot the young lady's name. So, Steve, a lot of these guys, I'm gonna let you finish the video, but what Shannon Sharp just did just proves that they're just solely about clickbait. Because if you're not watching the games, if you don't know the players, then you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know that she might have got a little cheap shot and got some shit talked to her. So now that was her retaliation. Or you don't even know that she's an enforcer. She was a top 5 pick. You don't know none of that. So how do you even comment on it? But I'm sorry, I just want to ask you that, Flea, because they just told on themselves without even acknowledging that.
So I see that's the part I agree with is clickbait and they're getting exposed. But I gotta disagree with. She doesn't bring anything. She just brings that to the table. She's not that nice because she tied some record with Candace Parker and I forgot who else it was. But that's not even the point because I don't think she's gonna be the best female player of all time. Like Cynthia Cooper's gonna be very hard to top like that. That's crazy to me, right? And again, to your point, Flea, this is the point. What do I always say? I don't watch college ball. I don't watch college ball. Please say I'm going to start watching. I'm going to change that statement after this summer. Cool. Don't mean to say statement, old boy. I'm sorry. But I don't have a problem with someone like me telling y'all or the whole world, this is how you bring casuals to the table and bring the money, period. So what Shannon Sharp is saying, he's telling on himself by saying the Carter girl, whatever the hell his statement was, you don't know if she's doing that stuff, what she's about because you don't watch, but it's okay to say I don't watch. And after a while, all you got to say is you got to ask Monica Mcnutt, who's I'm hopefully she blows the hell up after this because how long we've been talking about Monica Mcnutt.
Yes.
Thank you for saying that, Fabian.
Come on, that's our girl. That's our Knicks girl. Come on now. And
thank you for saying that.
Georgetown. I know she played ball. I know some things about her because I follow a lot of the women analysts. Period. I just follow analysts who I like to hear talk basketball. I don't even.
She's the best out of all of them, hands down. My opinion. I love Monica Mcnutt. That's a fact.
Andrea Carter is a ball player too. The other light skinned woman that's up there with she's a hoop. She played at Tennessee too.
Talk about my nigga Glorilla, huh?
Yeah, that's her. That's her.
Look
at know I love her.
Yeah. We already know. But now that's the thing that I'm talking about. None of this conversation is happening. I don't know who Kennedy Carter is if it wasn't for this. If it wasn't for her, I don't care what y'all say. If it wasn't for Clayton Clark, I don't know who Kennedy Clark is, and it's important for people like me to know who she is. That is the point of all this. And Shannon Sharp now knows who she is, and he never acknowledged that. And we're going to watch the video. He never does acknowledge it. That's really the problem in all this with these two morons. They're two peas in the same pod, Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith, Draymond Green, all these other guys. Because when and just real quick before we play the video, when Gilbert Arenas said Steph Curry's not a generational player, that's where I disagree, because we ain't seen nothing like Steph Curry the entire time. He carried the damn league damn near. We didn't expect anybody to be on LeBron's level superstar-wise, and he brought it to that. So regardless of how you feel about him talent-wise, superstar-wise, that boy, he put, what you would call on the map? Under Armour on the map. That is generational, bro. Caitlin Clark has the potential to put the WNBA at another level, a sneaker deal on another level. That's generational to me. So she's bringing more than just shooting three-pointers.
Curry and Kobe Bryant are the two players that work hard to make themselves generational talents. Mm-hmm. When they came out, they wasn't #1 draft picks. Of course, you've seen a talent, but you didn't see. You would be lying if you telling me, God rest his soul, the Black Mamba in high school and Curry and Davidson, even though they both was great, you've seen this. They worked hard and made themselves generational talents. So once again, Gilbert Arenas dead wrong.
Yeah, dead wrong. I didn't even comment on what Gil said, but because I totally disagreed. Right, Steph Curry not a generational talent or player.
Well, but it tied into this because generational. But either way, shout out to Robert Paulson. Lauren Jackson should be in the GOAT convo, but she's not American, so we will never get that respect. And I would have never known who the hell Lauren Jackson was.
Like respect. I was gonna ask you respectfully. Do you know who Lauren Jackson is, Fabian? No.
Hell no.
Center played for the Seattle Storm. Redhead, was phenomenal, right?
Yeah,
tough, right? But like they could have covered this league the way they're covering it now. And like I know we'll get to where big shout out to her. She got engaged. Well,
she got married. Monica Mcnutt got married. She recently married. Shout out to her and her husband.
And to a black man.
And to a brother. Yeah.
Big shout out to her.
Definitely to a brother.
Kelsey Mitchell's the best player on the Indiana Fever. Oh, okay. I don't know who the hell Kelsey Mitchell. I don't know who these people are.
Yeah, let's go because I love this here. I love this.
You agree with that?
Because she was adamant on not speaking on the young lady when it was there to verbally articulate how you feel, right? Your teammate was next to you, Camilla Cardozo was there, and then Teresa Witherspoon is there. They pressed her probably twice, and then you hear Teresa in the side, like it's like this is college. Like this is grown women. Teresa, shut up. Let the woman answer the question. This ain't college. This is the pros now. You dealing with professional media.
I disagree with that because they're pros. The NIL deals are on the table now. There's a lot of money on the table. So her Twitter account is worth money now, and especially more money now. I'm about to go follow on Twitter right now. That press conference, she ain't getting no money from that. Hopefully she hold on. I understand what you're saying. I understand the spirit of it, and that's not really whatever it is. If you kept, I understand what you're saying, but I'm talking about the other side of it. This is nothing but promo for everything. Again, when the hell do we're gonna 30 minutes into this and we're talking about the WNBA players. We just learned 3 players already. Lauren Jackson. Come on, Kennedy Carter. This is all what it's about. So to me, I understand what you're saying. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But we're talking about money. We're talking about Hollywood, wrestling once again, Flea.
Yeah, the shit that
I gotta roll with this.
But we will forever be on 2 ends of the spectrum with that shit. Go ahead, OG.
But also just real quick, Flea, you're not right or wrong, but where I understand why they did that, my opinion, and I could be wrong, they probably didn't want to get fined because they probably wanted to say a whole lot. It's different when you say that on Twitter and then when you say that with the reporters, because now they can question you and now you stuck in the corner and now your true feelings may come out you might get fined, or you may say something that your ass might get suspended or something. So I kind of get it from that aspect. But I don't think whether she said something out on Twitter, I don't think you can be right or wrong in that situation. That's just my opinion.
I'm a stand on what I said. I don't really like. I don't want to hear from you 3 hours later when you home, you took a shower, you ate dinner, and now you want to talk about it. Like, you could have hollered at me face to face. You know what I'm saying? But now you in my DMs. Now you shooting me a text. Now you at me on Twitter. Nah, baby, talk to me. You was right here with me. What happened? And I wasn't even smoking you like that. I was like doing my job. I don't think he asked anything out of line, right? The reporter, whoever it was, I don't think asked anything out of line, anything out of bounds. He was just trying to get what everybody was expecting him to get. I just had a little issue with Teresa Weatherspoon being right there. I get it. You're gonna stand up for your players. You're a coach. But Rick Carlisle, Tom Thibodeau, Darvin Ham, Bickerstaff, whoever, name a coach in the end, Popovich, they're not doing their post-game interview with their players. They're not. Tell me your time has happened.
But Flea, I don't like. We can go back and forth with this all day.
It's a moot point. We don't got to, OG. We don't have to.
But I understand what Teresa is doing, because she's definitely protecting her players, because this Caitlin Clark thing is very sensitive, man. Mm-hmm. Like, they're treating this like the golden goose. Mm-hmm. And once again, you don't want that young lady to say something, because it ain't like they getting $30 million a year to where if you get suspended or you get fined for 40, 50, 100 bands, it ain't gonna hurt your pockets. Right. So I'm on, and I could be wrong, but I'm looking at it from that aspect. I get what you're saying, Flea. Y'all grown, handle your business. But I think, this is so sensitive, and look how they blowing it out of proportion. Right. Imagine, just think about a young lady, even a young man, saying at the podium, well, so-and-so ain't all that. What do they do? What? And then it turns into a fight between you and the reporter. Now the reporter gonna reel you right in.
So I'm with you, OG. I'm with you. I'm just calling out. Right. I'm just calling out the obvious. I think that's obvious, right? Right. If we go, once the finals start and we go to these post-game pressers, you're never gonna see Joe Mazzulla doing a post game with Tatum. It's just never gonna happen, right? Agreed. So but I totally get what you're saying. I'm gonna say this, and we can get back to the video, Fabe. Like you said, it's a sensitive topic right now. People are jumping out the window saying a lot of stuff. Did y'all see what Pat McAfee said?
Oh yeah, I got that queued up.
Oh, okay, cool. Did you see that, OG?
Hold on. Should I play it? I got my people on here. I don't mind, but we got to vote. There's 3 guys on the screen.
Okay.
I know how AllBall is. He's very like, wait a minute, I don't know. And then you, Flea, it might be the AllBall might be the tiebreaker real quick. It's yes or no.
Now for me, can we play it, and then when he say whatever the word is, can we mute that out, or does it matter?
It's too quick of a clip. Yeah, it's too quick of a clip.
He does it very quick. But
it's too quick of a clip.
But you know what? We got to do it because we mentioned it, and also that's a topic. That's a talking point because
it's important. Because guess what? He could say that. Stephen A. can't.
Can't nobody else say that but him.
You know what I'm saying? He could say that.
I wonder if it slipped out or he meant that.
I think it slipped
out. No. Slip? Oh, no.
I think that shit slipped out.
The GOAT. Is she what? I don't know. With my eyes, I couldn't see if she's Caucasian or not. So I think what we're trying to say.
Oh, that was wild. Wait, what?
What the WNBA currently has is what we like to describe as a cash cow. There is a superstar. And we're not saying that the players on the court need to act any differently. That's the athletes are going to do what athletes are going to do in any sport. And I think we're all learning that WNBA, that's old school football, baby. That is old school football. But I would like the media people that continue to say this rookie class. Nah, just call it for what it is. There's one white bitch for the Indiana team who is a superstar.
That's not
is it because She stayed in Iowa, put an entire state on her back,
That's
took a
not a
program
slip.
from nothing.
I didn't
to
see this in entirety.
Year
I saw
success
the
story.
small clip.
Is it because
So
she would go
that's
on
not a slip,
to break
no.
the entire points records in the history of the NCAA, not just the women's record by Kelsey Plum, shout out, but also Pistol Pete Maravich's, the dude's record as well. Is there a chance that people just enjoy watching her play basketball because how electrifying she is, what she did, what she stood for, how she went about doing what she went for? Maybe. But instead, we have to hear people say that we only like her because she's white. And she's the only popular because the rest of the rookie class is doing what they're doing. Well, that's a bunch of bullshit. And we think the WNBA, more specifically,
hold on, this is on ESPN?
need to stop trying to screw her over at every single turn.
Is this real?
What you have is somebody special.
This happens at 11 o'clock,
Indiana. And that
12
was,
o'clock y'all
guess
time.
which,
Every day.
WNBA.
Yo.
What?
Hold on. Let me, if y'all don't get a chance, my brothers, real quick. Before the show, and I think halfway through the show, so like at y'all time would be at 12 o'clock and then at 1 o'clock, there's a debriefer, and it says that, you know, we're gonna say some things. There's, you know, basically a parental discretion advised type of thing that is said before the Pat McAfee show and during the middle, because that's regular. Sometimes I watch him when I'm working from home.
Yeah, I be watching him, but today I was working. It was real busy, so I didn't get a chance. Nah, OG. Sometimes he be not wilding, but they just give it up because they got that time slot where it's like it's midday, where the assumption is maybe most children are not watching. Like it's midday. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I ask y'all a question? Hearing Pat McAfee, you're an exec at ESPN. Do he get suspended or fined for that?
It depends on the pressure they put on him from the WNBA. Like there's so much going on right now that I don't see anybody. I don't see the group, the usual group, whoever it may be, coming after Pat McAfee because there's so much attention on something else. Hold on, I'm answering your question. If the Stephen A. first take thing didn't happen, I think they come after Pat McAfee because that would have got all the attention because that was going viral too. It's just that Monica Mcnutt and Stephen A. are going viral, and what's really going viral is, yo, Monica Mcnutt eat the Stephen A. Smith. I never see nobody make him quiet. Yo, I seen anytime I go wow around my girl, that means I'm lying. I've seen that tweet. So all these things are going viral, but not Pat McAfee like that. You know what I'm saying? So if this was the normal day, and it was just Pat McAfee saying that, I don't know if he did it on purpose. Like, hold on, I could get this off right now. I can get this off right now. And let me just say this real quick, or Flea. I'm sorry. I was gonna change the question. Go ahead, answer AllBall's question. I'm sorry.
No, I just seeing the clip now. I didn't see it in its entirety, and I wasn't watching him today. So when you asked me if that slipped out, I thought it definitely was a slip. But that was absolutely, you know, he meant to say that. That didn't slip out. Hell no. Pause.
Also, White B, he can't say that if it was a black girl, a black woman.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Listen to what I'm saying. I don't care who does or doesn't come after him. If you're an ESPN exec, he has to be suspended and fired. You cannot call nobody to be, I don't care what color you are, red, white, black, green, blue. You cannot do that.
That's not going to happen, OG. He has them by the balls right now.
Well,
he has ESPN by the balls right now.
Now, so that was a topic I had. Pat McAfee and Stephen A. Smith right now are taking turns with ESPN trying to get fired first and get the most flames because McAfee's ratings are not that crazy. They're not as crazy that they anticipated. As I seen some articles earlier in the year. There's been reported that Pat McAfee's been sneak dissing Stephen A. Smith and going to the front offices and putting pressure on him. So there's a leadership struggle, power struggle up there, and things like this, the playing in the mud, what Stephen A. is normally doing. Pat McAfee, I didn't know he played this much in the mud. I saw some of his stuff, but I didn't see this coming. So again, with being a white woman, he can say that, and I think that's what's going on right now. They're trying to get the attention, and like you said, I agree with you, AllBall. I think he's trying to get fired. Yo, if I get fired, you got to pay me. That contract is guaranteed.
but his contract is about to be up.
Is it?
Yeah, he's about to go through a negotiation in about a year. Maybe this coming summer. That's soon approaching. Whenever that is.
I mean, listen, man. I just feel, everybody know, Fabian know how I feel about Pat. Man, to me, he's the GOAT. But right is right, wrong is wrong, fair is fair. You cannot do that. You cannot do that.
I agree with you.
I don't care what color you are. Yeah, he has to be suspended, and he has to be fined.
You said fired or fined, OG?
No, fine.
Fine. He got to pay some bread. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When you said fired, I was like, ooh, I don't know if they're gonna fire him off of that.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're gonna fire him off of that.
Not fired. But before go to the next video clip, just imagine black guy calling black woman a black bee, or a black man calling a white woman. Man, listen, bro.
It's not flying.
Yo, they'd have been already in front of ESPN like this.
Yeah, it's not flying.
Wow,
it's not flying.
To be honest, if I'm gonna be real, I think them people that would argue against Pat McAfee, I think they too busy arguing about Caitlin Clark right now. So against Stephen A. and the rest of the WNBA, that they got Pat McAfee's just chilling. He's wilding. He is wilding.
I mean, this might be a delay. That his thing might be a delayed reaction. Like he may get the blowback from that a week from now, 2 weeks from now. Somebody might not like that and speak on it, and then it'll catch wildfire. And like who said it? You said it, or Fabian said it. There's not enough pressure on ESPN to do anything right now because nobody really cares. But somebody's not gonna like that. Whoever that is, I can't even call her name right now because I don't know who it is. But
I just want to see. Sorry, I just want to see if he's going to apologize. I wonder if tomorrow when he comes on this show, he apologizes. If he doesn't apologize tomorrow, or even on his social media platforms today, nah, that's crazy. But go ahead, Fabe. Wow.
Would you listen? Flea, all ball always. That is true. Pat McAfee's #1 fan is all ball.
Nah, he always say he rock with him.
Would you no longer be a fan?
No,
if he doesn't apologize.
No, I would still be a fan. I just see now what it is. Who can get away with what and who can't. It's sad that that's the world we live in, but things like that, when you're at a certain age, when you grown, no one should have to make you apologize. You know what's right and what's wrong, and what's fair and unfair. And he was totally wrong. Even though y'all know me, I love instigating, I love the chaos, because to me, that's what sports is. Sports is not calm and cool. But to me, he went overboard. And I would hope that he would be solid enough to be like, hey, man, I apologize. That I didn't mean to say that like that. No, I mean, I think he owe her that. You can't do that. You can't do that. No.
I wonder, there's a lot of people in that room, right?
Good point, Flea.
There's also a brother in that room.
Good point.
Right? So there's a lot of men in that room. I don't know how many women are in that room, but there's a lot of men in that room. So did anybody give him any pushback on that? We don't.
Flea, when you say in the room, I'm sorry, you mean like the producers, the camera people?
Yeah, I'm talking about on set with him too. It's not like he's talking to him by himself.
It does feel like it's the man show. It does feel like they're in the basement all over there. It does feel like the man cave in there. It doesn't look like this. They might have had.
There's probably not many women, moving around that set, like you said, OG, behind the camera, production, camera, all of that kind of stuff. But just being on set with him, I mean, I'll be honest with y'all. We have fun on this show. If one of us took it there, I don't know if I would correct y'all on screen. Listen, hold on.
No, I don't know if I think we will do it on screen. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. In the moment, I might, but we're talking right now. I don't know if I would correct y'all on screen, but at some point, I'll be like, hey, we might have went too far with that one, right?
I think if that's the case, if you feel that strongly, like I said, I don't want to document everything, but I know you, Flea. I know all ball. We all we ever talk about is our daughters first before our son. No disrespect.
Right.
Come on, man. It's just how it is. Sorry.
But even I don't want to, I'll just leave it at this. But even without daughters, we have mothers, grandmothers, aunts, sisters, cousins. I'm saying for me, I know when I'm wrong. shouldn't nobody have to tell me to apologize. Flea, Fabian, y'all shouldn't have to check me.
Right.
I should know my brain is, I'm old enough to understand. I'm bugging. Yo, I gotta, know what I'm saying? So for me, I want to see where this goes. I want to see tomorrow if this man does a public apology. What he said?
Did anybody? RP keep us humble, boy. Robert Paulson will keep us humble, man.
Hey, Robert Paulson, I'm apologizing every other day, my brother. Trust me. Trust me.
And by the way, we're only 6 minutes into the video, so if anything want to fast forward, please let me know, because this is a 40-minute video, a 40, fast forward if we need to, guys. Gotta stop him. All right, I'll fast forward because he's lying. He's lying straight up and down.
You lied.
You lied. The resentment is coming from the media and everybody else, not just propping up to be a superstar, but that kind of defense. Because for a while there, I was like, yo, stop hating on her. Stop hating on her. But it's not that. It's the fact that, yo, we doing what we do. And every time something happens to her, you want to make it, nah. We've seen it with Tom Brady. We've seen it with Peyton Manning, the dudes. I always say, Brady's lucky they changed them rules up. They just talk. I think they're going to talk about it, actually, when, what was the quarterback before him? Trent Green, when he went down and hurt his knee. It was the same injury that Tom Brady got hurt with. And they changed the rules because they're like, hold on, we can't lose our superstar. And now football looks like, I really can't watch football anymore because they lost this edge. I like this edge. The WNBA is now blowing up with this edge. You're leading First Take because of this edge. You just totally somehow skipped over that, Stephen A. Smith. She called you out, and she keeps calling them out. She keeps calling them all out, especially him. She keeps jabbing at him and eventually eats him.
But what's go ahead, Flea.
No, go ahead, OG.
What's funny, I'll be brief. What's funny is when Shannon Sharp keep alluding to, well, will people watch it if they continue to take cheap shots?
That's
what are you talking about? There's no harm, no foul. Like, that's what I'm saying. They're putting a magnifying on this thing when there's no need to. The girl got hit with a cheap shot. That's what happens when you're competitive, when you compete. That's what happens in sports. What do you mean is people gonna still watch it? Yeah, they're gonna still watch it if you love the game. You're not gonna watch it because you don't want to watch it. That's the problem. Go ahead, Flea.
But that's my problem. I just keep hearing the whole time I watched that in real time, the first time I watched it, it was bothering me how much of a joke he was taking it for, right? And there's a serious connotation behind all of this. And he kept saying, are people going to watch? Bro, are you going to watch? Like you said, are you going to watch? You answer that question. Are you going to watch?
Like something happened that egregious.
Right. You cover now. You a guy that's on twice a week on one of the most popular shows in America. The WNBA is becoming extremely popular amongst American TVs. What people are watching. So, like, respectfully, motherfucker, you better start watching. Like, you better start watching. Don't come up there fumbling your words like you always do and not know what you're talking about. Like, come up there prepared. Don't make a mockery of it or don't make a joke of it because you don't know who Kennedy Carter is or you don't know who they are.
Hey,
you do your homework.
I'm going to say this. He couldn't get away with that with Skip. You see on Undisputed, he had his notes in front of him every day. You get away with that nonsense with ESPN. You get what I'm saying?
Because whether we don't like Skip Bayless or not, OG, Fabian, the dude is prepared. The dude doesn't come. We all watched from First Take up until Undisputed.
Prepared.
Sprawled out papers all in front of him. He don't give a damn. It's all out in front of him, and it's all organized for him up here. I've heard him say it before. Like, I may look disorganized, but I know where everything is at, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Shannon was the same way. Remember, he used to make fun of him. You got a researcher now because you up here with me. Or you got your researcher now. Remember, y'all remember that, right?
Yep.
Like, so Shannon knew he couldn't play when it came to, because he had to represent for us, partially, and for himself, because, he's coming in there and people didn't think that he could do what he did. But don't rest on that now. Nah, continue to elevate, continue to get better. Oh shit, see, Shannon could talk football, he could talk basketball, baseball. Damn, and this dude know who's Camila Cardoza is? Damn, all right. So now from my vantage point, I respect you. Now I respect you. When you come on the TV, I do want to listen to you because everything ain't jokes and fun and entertainment. You actually are invested in what you're talking about.
You know what happened to Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp this morning? The teacher gave their ass a pop quiz and they wasn't ready.
They wasn't ready. And the teacher was Monica McNutt. RP said some wild stuff to start this. I don't want to repeat it, but you know what he said. he said.
What did he say?
He said Stephen A. got McNutted on, and that's a fact. That's a fact.
So
that's a fact.
So
yo, RP, you about to get all of us locked up. Lord have mercy.
Yo, that's crazy. He's right though. He's right.
So, because our Nika, he disagrees. He thinks that Monica McNutt's getting her head is getting too big.
Relax,
and
calm down, my nigga. Calm down,
my Nika. And that she shouldn't. Who is she to tell him what he should have done on his show? Well, she's making a valid point about everything that he talks about, which ties into what y'all are saying. Skip Bayless somehow is a winner in all of this because he was totally prepared. And going back to y'all point, when we talk about a journalist that is as slanderous as Skip Bayless was, that is how he made his name. The Troy Aikman thing in Dallas, like it was a lot that he would do, but that's where that comes from. He's a student of whatever it is that his style of play. It is like he's the bizarro JJ Redick, totally prepared with this slanderous information. I do want to ask this, or just state it. I don't know if you guys want to follow up, double down, but I will say this: it's not easy watching the women's game for me because it's not like tennis. Tennis is different. Like the athletic side of basketball for me, for men, it's just more pleasing to the eye. So it's the women's game is tougher to watch for me because of that. I gotta be honest about it. And I think for a lot of guys or a lot of people in general, you can say whatever you want, but there's a reason why the WNBA, we could talk about marketing. We could talk about how the players aren't marketed enough, but this is basically how they got marketed. The whole, Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson, this is a part of it. The Detroit Pistons, as much as everybody wants to say that they were so bad for basketball and the NBA got them up out of there, Isaiah Thomas, who has to constantly toot his own horn because nobody else is going to do it. Sometimes it's kind of ugly, but he damn sure reminded us what were the 3 most viewed games in NBA in the NBA in the 80s, whether it's the Lakers, the Bulls, the Celtics, they all included
Detroit and who else? Yeah.
And we're talking about this kind of play where it's, at the end of the day, they're trying to win. That lady's trying to win. That young girl, Carter, you trying to get in her head. Those are head games. We know this. Draymond is the too far dark version of it. But come on now, that's you trying to get an edge on the game.
I'll say this, Fabian. I hear you on what you're saying. I hear you, and I think you're not by yourself. I'm sure a lot of people feel the way that you feel, right? 2 people that I thoroughly respect their basketball minds, right? 2 of my closest people. On 2 different occasions, this already in this WNBA season, and it's a young season. They both have come to me on 2 different occasions and have said, "Yo, Flea, it's a hard watch, bro. That shit is a hard watch. I love the game of basketball. I love watching basketball. So I'm going to watch kids. I'm going to watch women. I'm going to watch old heads. I'm going to just watch, right? But if we just talking about watching the game, they was like, bro, I almost left at halftime because I just could not get through it. And it's honest. It's honest, man. It's honest. I love the game. I'm a purist. Y'all know who I am. I'm going to watch whatever. Have I ever felt that way? Yes, I have felt that way at certain points. But like I told you at the beginning, I've been watching the WNBA for a very long. I care about the league. Not saying y'all don't. I'm just saying like how I am. I've cared about the league, but like that's honest, bro. It's. So I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Fabian, because it's not easy, man. It's not easy. You gotta love this shit. Like.
and even like I'm noticing even the young girl in South Carolina also she got a handle like Kyrie to compare like so it's not like there's not girl and we could say young girl because we call the boys young boys too. Man, I'm 41. A lot of these guys are kids to us. These Caitlin Clark's a kid still to us. Like, and that's the other thing. Like when we talk, we're not disrespectful, but there is a happy medium, which I think is Monica McNutt's point, bro. How come we can't talk about this game and break it down like every other game? Why y'all so up in arms about this? Chill out. By the way, I think I could play this with us on the screen.
About the rafters out of nowhere. Mind your business, Shannon Sharp. He a grown man.
Yo, man, shout out to all 20 people on the Fabian PerspecTV channel. I never seen this many people go live. You guys are a bunch of bochincheros. Let me find out that my channel is just nothing but cheese man. Love y'all. $120 over $130 on AllBall TV. Are y'all kidding me? It's 5 in the afternoon. We love y'all, man.
Yeah,
y'all about to make us go full time.
Oh,
you want to see Flea on here?
That shoulder roll.
Yeah, we got
AllBall shoulder leaning. Huh?
Appreciate
This ain't
y'all.
first take. What do you think about that, AllBall?
I'm gonna just say this: Stephen A. having a bad week. From him having to apologize to Kyrie, Jaylen Brown, Isaiah, guys getting at him, Kenny the Jet Smith having to get at him, and now this. Listen, man, the jig is up. The jig is up. You know, now with social media, you know, if people get fired, they could just start their own YouTube page and damn near make the same money. So now it's like, yo, Stephen A., man, enough is enough. Enough is enough, bro. Like, I'm gonna use your word, Flea. You just glazing, bro. Like you
crazy.
It's too much, and then now people are looking at you like you always got something to say. You always got a source. You never say nothing positive, and it's just enough is enough. I love that she held her own and she checked her and kept it real as far as like, yo, bro, you only care about it because of the numbers. You don't care about the WNBA because if you did, you would have been talking about it years ago. We know the power you hold, which is a bit much. And I don't know why he has the power he has. But I love that you see Shannon Sharp after a while couldn't even say nothing. Like this was out of his league. Stephen A. Smith reverted back to who he is, which I keep telling people, it's hard to have two lead dogs doing anything. After a while, one of the lead dogs is gonna go, yo, bro, I got this. Get out of here. And that's what Stephen A. did to Shannon. Shannon could have took a bathroom break. But listen, man, Monica McNutt, like I said, I love what she stands for and what she represents. She knows the game, she watches the game, and she holds her own. And what she did today was legendary because she put Stephen A. Smith in his place. You my dog. But stop it. Stop lying. Stop glazing. And stop being on sucker time. Stop being, to me, that's basically what it is. Stop being on sucker time, bro. Y'all don't watch the games. Y'all don't know what's going on. And y'all riding the Caitlin Clark wave like everybody else. Simple and plain. You ain't riding our wave. You riding her wave. So big shout to John Morant. Stay over there. Stay over there then, bro. Because when she don't even make the playoffs or don't win a championship, then what? Are you going to glaze? That's the word of the day. Big shout out to Flea. Are you going to glaze one of the sisters?
See what needs to happen now is, let me first start by saying this. I hope and pray that that's not the last time that we see Monica McNutt on First Take.
Oh, it is.
Because he challenged her. Because I would say this. If he's smart, right? If he wants to lean in to what she said, she will be on there. This is WNBA season. For the remainder of the summer, it's WNBA season. If you want to lean into this, you have a segment for her twice a week talking WNBA and informing Fabian and the rest of us on the WNBA. No, for real, bro. You feel what I'm saying, bro? Like, and
wow.
really
put
the people who don't watch it, put the casuals who don't watch it, and inform them and put them in a position to, when they are watching the game after First Take or later on or whatever, they know what they're watching. They know who to look out for. They know what's going on, right? If he really wants to lean into this, right? If he don't let the ego jump in, if he don't let, oh, a sister was talking to me like that, like if he don't let none of that jump in and he keeps his mind business savvy as he has been, because the only reason you talking about it right now is because it's good for business. So if everything is good for business, then you should lean into this moment right here and say, hey, Monica, we need to have more exposure on the WNBA. We need to have sisters from the WNBA come on First Take like they do everybody else in the mother NBA and say, hey, come on for 10, 15 minutes and do a spot and talk about X, Y, Z, this, that. They should have Caitlin Clark on there. Bring the young lady on there. Bring Adria Reese on there. Bring Aja Wilson on there. Bring some of the top coach. Like, lean into this. Do your real job at getting exposure to the WNBA. You like wearing crop top leathers. Go sashay your ass with that crop top leather on the sidelines of a WNBA game. Stephen A. Go do that.
I ain't gonna lie. The white pants with the white shirt with the brown leather, shoes is
that
so
was
nasty.
The crop top leather.
Hey, Flea, you know who would have Monica Mcnutt on if he was on ESPN? Skip Bayless. Bet that.
I'm sure.
Bet that.
I don't think she's. I think she provided what Max Kellerman couldn't. She's a star. How long I've been saying she's a star? I've been watching on MSG. That's the first time ABS said no. MSG had to be, and she's not even really. She'll go be on the court side. She does the radio games. She's amazing. So her being on this is proving that she can be poised with these two morons going at her. No way possible. Stephen A. Smith is not taking advantage of this. He couldn't get Max Kellerman to do this. This is what he was. This is part of his frustration because Max Kellerman is not this First Take kind of star. It's not saying he's not a star because remember, Max Kellerman did this public access TV, grounded his way all the way to the top to get on First Take. But that's not his game. He's a long form. He's gonna destroy YouTube when he comes on this platform. He's collecting his ESPN checks right now. Shout out to him and his family. God bless him and his family. When he comes back here, he's gonna have a crazy show because all the connections he's made, but he couldn't do this. He just couldn't. Before I forget, AllBall TV family, Travis Lucas. I'm sorry I missed your super chat before, but he left a comment. Stephen A. and Sharp are doing way too much cooning for their masters. McNutted.
That's a verb now. That's a verb now. That's an action word.
And she's cool like that. She's cool like that. I've seen her on her lives and everything. She's cool like that. She's very. They said one time they said, "Yo, you know your name is Monica McButt." She was like, "Well, it wouldn't be Monica McTitties." I ain't got none. I was like, "Oh, I like her. She's hilarious."
They just showed the video. I think it's on her IG where it's like she went to lift up her weight but couldn't lift it up, and she did the green screen where she was talking about it and making fun of herself. And it was just like, yo, man, some people are just great people and just great at what they do. And Flea, you made a great point, but he's not going to do it because once again, I've told Fabian this for years now. Nobody reaches back. Nobody says she's great. He's great. Come on. He's not going to do that. That's a no-brainer.
But that's why I disagree with you, AllBall, that Stephen A. has done this on his own terms. Like he reached, remember, she's on there because of him mostly. You know what I'm saying? And he's been showing her love. She's on the Get Up show. Oh, by the way, before I get to them, don't let me forget there's 2 super chats here to go read them, guys. You see the title here. You guys always accuse us of what you call it, clickbaiting or whatever. Look at this clickbait. Kennedy Carter's hard foul on Caitlin Clark was not a good look. They're quoting Monica Mcnutt, right? I'll take it off the screen real quick so that you guys can hear it but not see it. But they're quoting her saying, according to ESPN's, this is ESPN's title. They said Kennedy Carter's hard foul on Caitlin Clark was not a good look. So what does that say? Oh, Monica Mcnutt called her out? No.
Mad about pitchers throwing at hitters in baseball, when in reality, that's the way the sport has policed itself for 100 years. So that's why we turn to you this morning, and I thank you for making yourself available. What are the right things for people who do pay attention to this sport to say about what happened this weekend?
Good morning, Greenie, and thanks for having this conversation. All right, Kennedy Carter, not a good look. Couple of plays prior, there's an elbow in there delivered by Caitlin Clark. And so this is someone who is known in the women's game for her energy, her scoring ability, and sometimes her attitude competing. The truth of this play is that if anybody had done that, Kennedy Carter is likely to respond that way. And that is a journey that she continues to be on. The person that cut her off in that press conference was her head coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, who certainly gets how you control fire in order to make it successful and productive. So this is not a good look from Carter. I will give you that. But the larger story, Greeny, that the WNBA needs to be protecting Caitlin Clark and that she's being targeted at an intense level negates the rookie experience in a league with the very best players.
That's all I want to say about her, because, and I don't want to be defensive. I don't care, but thank you, Isaiah. Y'all don't clickbait. Only people who say that are people with short attention spans that can't wait till you get to the topic. It's also, let's be honest, this is why we had this conversation, because we broke down, hey, I don't watch the WNBA. It's kind of a hard watch. You got honest conversation from us. They don't do that. Stephen A. Smith ain't doing that. But the trick is, when you pick up a newspaper, you see a headline. It ain't really what you're going to read about in the article. The devil's in the details, always. And that's what we give you. We give you nothing but devil out here for the details. So thank you, Isaiah, for representing us. Super chat from you, another Isaiah Jackson. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Crazy how it was Monica, a Knicks fan, who cooked them. You mean a real Knicks fan? He's been foul. He's been a fraud all year long. Correct, because he's a fake Knicks fan. And damn it, why you bring that vest up, Flea? That's why they be doing Queens dirty like that, saying we can't dress and shit, like because of you, Stephen. They wearing a leather. You calling it a crop top? That was crazy.
A crop top. This shit stops at under his belly. Like, it's weird. Like, don't wear that again. Don't wear that.
And Travis Lucas, super chat. Hand Stephen A wet wipe. Mcnutted. Yo, hit the like button. Subscribe. Apparently, you got to hit the notification button. We got to start sending out emails. I see the other guys doing that on other channels. Shout out to all the Knicks channels. Shout out to all content creators in general on their grind. You see, we did this 2 lives already. We 2 lives in today. It might be 3. Don't let us get started. AllBall's a lunatic. Flea on the low is the biggest lunatic. You get him on here 3 times a day. We're going to need more super chats. Yeah, we're going to need more super chats and more independent talk, because Flea's going to get us fired. And we ain't even hired by nobody. I'm from Queens. We don't claim them. Damn, we kind of don't.
Big Queens, Isaiah Jackson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any more thoughts before we get going, guys?
I mean, first and foremost, I always want to say thank you to everybody that support my brothers up here. I got to give a big shout out to Flea, Fabian, Dom, Uncle Ice, Kels. Man, I just really appreciate y'all brothers, man. My 2 brothers up here, we really take our time out to do this, man, and we really love it. And I always want to say thank you to everybody that support, whether it's 1 person or 100 people, whether your super chat is 50 cents or $2. Us 3 up here, we really appreciate y'all. We don't take it for granted. We really love what we do, and we really trying to get to the next level to where we do this for a living, to entertain y'all, to give y'all real sports talk and honest sports talk. So I just want to always say thank you to everybody, because without y'all, this isn't possible. Because we used to talk to each other on here with no people in the building. So understand, we come a long way, but I just always want to thank the people and appreciate the people, because without them, there's no us, there's no none of this. So big shout out to y'all. But Knicks, Rehab, AllBall TV, my 2 brothers here, love them to death, and always a pleasure to be up here with them. And Stephen A, the jig is up. Your days are numbered, my brother.
Flea. Oh, real quick, Flea. Breaking news. The newest Knicks fan, he echoed exactly what AllBall had to say. Kendrick Perkins.
And I'm looking at guys like Charles Barkley, LeBron James, Stephen A., Shannon Sharp, right? Why do I point out those 4 guys? You have to be careful about the words that you put out there. The word hating, the word jealous, those are triggering words for women, right? Like in anything. I've been married to one, okay? I've been married to a woman for going on 15 years. And those 2 words, hating, especially when you're talking about referring to another woman or other women, those are triggering words. So you have to do a better job with that. They have to do a better job with that because it's not hating and it's not jealousy, it's competition. Pat McAfee, I think he owes everyone an apology, especially Caitlin Clark. You cannot call her out of her name like that. You can't. No one could come to his defense, and it's unacceptable. At the end of the day, you have to respect the WNBA, respect the women that are playing, respect the women that are covering the game, and you have to make sure you do it in great fashion. If you're a man that's jumping into that atmosphere,
I really appreciate you, Perk, because this is something that I've really appreciated about you. Because anytime there's something that happens in the WNBA, you come to me first and you say, "Hey, Sinead, what are your thoughts? What's your perspective?" And I think we do the same thing, particularly.
I'm going to cut Sinead off. Congrats to her. She's the one that got married, I think. I was corrected by, I think, Isaiah.
Sinead recently got married. Monica just got engaged.
Right. Yeah.
Thanks for that. But that's a great point. What did she just say? Exactly what we just said. Maybe Perk don't watch the game like that. And the first thing he does is text her, contact her to get her perspective on it first.
Particularly me as a woman in sports media, I don't try to speak on things that I don't know. I go by facts. I go by figures. I talk to my guys, and then I know that my game can really hold up based off of analysis, and then I speak based off of all of those things. So I appreciate you always looking out, and I think that you saying those things really helps everyone here today, specifically on our network. So yeah, I feel like I need to get zen and meditation. So we will take a brief commercial break, but still.
That's a shot.
Hey, Fabian, tell Flea real quick. Didn't I say a while ago, Perk time on First Take was going to start being lesser and lesser? Didn't I say that?
You think it'll be less, though? I think his star's rising, bro. It's hard.
His star's rising. His star's rising in this space.
Yes. His star's rising. But what I'm saying is, once again, a guy like Stephen A is so narcissistic, man, and them dudes don't like being challenged, and them dudes don't like people that's gonna ascend them or be greater than them or just on their level. And like what Monica Mcnutt did today, I guarantee you, like Flea, we know what should happen, but it's not gonna happen. That's just a fact. And that's why, Kendrick, y'all heard the light jabs. We know what that's about. But once again, I can be your friend, but I can still tell the truth. It doesn't mean I'll hate you or dislike you. 100%. We argue up here all day.
All day. And we get off this.
Yeah.
And guess what? I get off this and I'm gonna call you later. Like, yo, what's up?
Right. So people like Perk and McNutt, I'm sorry, Flea, before you go. It's just like, listen, man, a guy like Stephen A, he not built for that.
Right.
That's why you think Molly been up there for this long.
And I'm glad you said her name. Her name hasn't been mentioned at all throughout this whole time we've been on to the, recording this episode. But I need to say this. She was pissed off. She was visibly pissed off. She was annoyed by how they were handling that topic. And what I'm about to say is not throwing them any bait. I'm not throwing them any bait at all. But there probably is a clear reason why they don't tackle some of the WNBA topics concerning women. Because like Kendrick said, you got to be delicate on how you say things. You got to be mindful. And he said it himself. I have resentment for the fact that I got to tiptoe around how I talk about this. He was at least honest about that he has resentment for it. So at least we know that, look, you don't have the discipline to do what you do all the time and do it here the same way, but with the same authenticity and respect, right? Because you got to have respect when you're dealing with this. This ain't men. This is one of those double standards that it is what it is. You got to deal with it. It is what it is. Pat McAfee, you can't do that. You can't. I don't care if it's in the space of sports and like AllBall says, it's chaos. Right. We love the chaos, but we don't love being a lunatic. That's bugged out. You don't do that. Right? I don't care how much you're looking for a moment. That's what that looks like too. You're looking for a moment. Everybody watches you, bro. You're one of the biggest right now. So you don't gotta, fish for another moment by dropping the B word to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, great point. And before Fabian go in, let's be realistic. These are young ladies. Not saying it's right if you're 30, 40, 50, but these young women, man, just came out of college. Like, some of them is still not even 25.
Young women.
Yeah, what was that? What I mean, so yeah, great point, Fleet. Great point.
I don't know if Perkins apologized. He actually apologized and wanted his vote rescinded for MVP. I think it was a defensive player of the year because he voted for Goldberg. And after his performance or lack thereof in the playoffs, he said, "Yo, I need my vote taken away, man." And shout out to Zach Lowe because Zach Lowe did that. Zach Lowe rescinded his vote before all of this, before the voting. So Zach Lowe, who's really one of these connoisseurs, but again, he's not a TV star, but he is.
He's very, very invested in the game, knows it, is very, very unbiased. I never catch him on some bias picking sides. Like, he right down the middle and he knows his stuff. Like, so
when he's a Knicks fan. Zach Lowe used to write for the New York Times. He used to write for Grantland. Like, Bill Simmons knows who he's picking when he's picking these guys when he wants them to work with him or for him, whatever the case may be. Zach Lowe, it took a while for him to even say, "Yo, the Knicks is legit," because remember, he has to watch basketball and his bias might take over. So what Kendrick Perkins did and what he's doing is trying to keep it real. I don't see him being on first take again AllBall because he's a star. Stephen A. Smith likes stars. He likes this, but it has to be with the right people and the people who can battle and joust with him on this level. I think he's just looking for the right crew. And also, Kendrick Perkins is a half a step away from getting his YouTube channel. He has punchlines. What is he? How does he always finish up? Carry on.
Carry the hell on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Him being a Knicks fan, and also he does throw Stephen A. Smith bail, and he helps him out because with the whole Knicks fan thing was going on. What did he say when he went on Knicks fan TV? "Yo, I need y'all to do me a favor. Let Stephen A. Smith back in the. We not doing it, Perkins. We love you."
Right.
Because Perk can't do that. Like, we anointed you governor.
Right.
But you can't come in and start telling us who we gotta let in the door. Like, we let you in the door.
Listen.
Have a seat, sit pretty. But
not once has an adopted son have any say so with the true family. I'm sorry.
You feel me?
I'm sorry. Big Perk, man. You family now, but listen.
Calm down. We're eating fried chicken. We're eating fried chicken and fries tonight. I don't want to hear shit from you.
Fleet, the adopted child cannot tell the one that was born and bred.
Come on now. Come on.
So, Perk,
and
I'm
also,
sorry. We do anything for you, but we can't let Stephen A. back in.
Nah, it's not.
And I don't want to gloss over the fact that Stephen A. Smith, you be copying us. I know you're gonna watch this channel and go back tomorrow and because all that apology tour y'all be on all of a sudden. AllBall started that. Let's get this clear. That's number one, first and foremost. Let's give him his props. That's number one. Number two, which is really number one. No disrespect, AllBall, but Perkins calling out Pat McAfee. Remember, Shanae could have done that, but it means a little bit different. Perkins' star is a little bit bigger than hers, and he's rising a little bit more. And he's a dude. He's a man. For him to say, "Yo, Pat McAfee, you owe an apology, bro. What you doing?" Like Charles Barkley and these guys calling him a hater. He started with that. Very slick of Perkins.
Yeah.
Like, he's gotten so much better as a speaker, as everything. Let me start off with this first so that you don't think I'm just attacking you. Let me end with this, though, because this is the focal point. You can't do that, bro. Everything we just mentioned earlier. Like AllBall said, it ain't just because we have daughters. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And we can't be on this platform. And I'm a star on here. I gotta say so. And I feel this way. And my homegirl, Shanae, I talk to her every day. And she feels a certain way, and I agree with it. Let me double down. Let me be Big Perk. We ain't carrying the hell on about this. I love that he did that. No, we're not just D-Rod and whatever, my nigga. We just call it how it is. We disagree with Stephen A. Smith. We give Stephen A. his props when it's time. We got a lot of slanderous stuff on here because he does a lot of slanderous things. He plays in the mud, bro. It is what it is. We give Skip Bayless his props. Shannon Sharp their props when it's time, but not today. Today, you don't get none of that. It's not happening. I'm sorry, Flea. Any last words before we move on?
I got nothing, man. I got nothing. I just love being here. I love talking with y'all. This is major for me every day. Look forward to doing this with y'all brothers, man. I appreciate y'all. I wish we could at some point let the people know how Voltron actually came together. I think that would be interesting to let folks know that this is this is as real as it gets. They don't get no realer than this, right? So appreciate y'all always. And the people in the comments and everybody that tunes in. Y'all know Flea No Brown, Big Flea, never the little one.
Pat McAfee apparently apologized. According to our, let me see if I can look it up real quick. I don't see
Greg
anything.
Lee.
He ain't listen, man. It's too much money involved, too many sponsors. It's just too much. And I'm pretty sure, man, you know, he a respectable dude. He got a mom or maybe a daughter, aunt, a sister, a cousin.
He just had a child.
Exactly.
Right?
So
Right.
yeah, and his wife, or you know, whether it's a wife, girlfriend, babe, whatever it is, I'm pretty sure they let him know you can't be doing that, bro.
So this is his apology on Twitter. Pat McAfee show on his Twitter account or his X account stated, "I shouldn't have used white B as a descriptor of Caitlin Clark, no matter the context, even if we're talking about race being a reason for some of the stuff happening. I have way too much respect for her and women to put into the universe. My intentions when saying it were complimentary, just like the entire segment, but a lot of folks are saying that it certainly wasn't at all. That's 100% on me. And for that, I apologize. I have sent an apology to Caitlin as well. Everything else I said, still all facts." You should have left that part out, Pat McAfee. What the hell were you doing?
He said he meant it to be complimentary.
Pat.
Listen, sometimes you got to shoot in the dark, man, and see what happens.
Yo,
big learning lesson from him.
Yo, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Yo, take us home, Fade.
Yes, man. Fade, take us home, man.
Gregory Lee, yes, we will be on in the morning. AllBall TV. I should be on. AllBall might be on. Flea might be on. Maybe a little bit later tomorrow, but I gotta see how we'll set it up in the morning. You'll see the alert, guys. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Very important when you subscribe, hit the notifications. If you're on your PC, please join the AllBall TV family. We'll have our merch coming up soon. If you guys have any idea which merch site is best, you might prefer one. We want to keep in contact with you guys when you do log into the merch site. Have your email, because they like to take your email and then hold it for themselves, and then we can't contact you because we want to talk to you guys directly. Because if we sending you merch, we want to know if you liked it. We want to know if you want to send it right back, give you something for free. Come on now, we don't play out here.
Somebody in the comments does merch. How about that? Somebody in the comments does merch. Hit us. Somebody does merch, or somebody knows somebody that knows somebody. I'll at us, man. About to put this together, man.
Good point.
You heard the man. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.